Straighten up. Have you ever heard your mom tell you that? She tells me that every time before. Right? When I'm watching TV, eating, she always tells me to straighten up. Right? Even when I'm with a group of friends playing video games, she'll yell across the room, "Jerry, straighten up!" We'll just all shoot up. 10 seconds later, we'll just revert back and forth when she's not looking. Right? So why is it that we all have bad postures, or a majority of us has bad posture? And why is it so hard to fix? Well, I want to tell you the story of myself back in the day when I had bad posture, right? My chin was poking, my shoulders were rolled forward, my back was hunched over. I had this Frankenstein look all the time, right? Because from playing too many video games, watching too much TV, right? It just kept reinforcing this posture, right? So over time, I started developing neck pain, upper back pain, right? And I found it strange because at such a young age, I had this chronic pain already, right? I thought it was people in their 40s sitting at a desk that had all this back pain, hip pain, and everything, right? So I use my mom's insurance. I'll get a massage done, right? I'll use a foam roller to break up tissue, and I'll find improvements, right? It'll feel good. But the next day, I'll find myself back in the same pain, right? So it wasn't until I joined the York U drag boat team, right? My coach told me that if you want to paddle well, you must keep your body well aligned, right? So I'll give you a crash course on what drag boat is. It's just a massive boat with 10 people on one side, 10 people on the other side, 20 people paddling in sync together, racing against 6 other boats, right? So what I learned from drag boating was 2 postures, right, that I found that helped me over time to build mine. Was the first thing is you need to have a big A-frame, right? So you got to really open up, right? If you didn't open up, you wouldn't be able to reach forward, right, and pull as much water. So if you're hunched over and you try to reach forward, right, you'll have to really overextend, rotate, and you'll get that aching back pain. Not only that, you'll fall out of the boat because you're really leaning over the side. And when you do fall over, it causes disturbance in the boat, which causes everyone else to capsize, right? And you don't want 20 angry people swimming at you. That's a pretty scary thing, right? The second thing is you want to be able to sit up. Right, so as you get that big A-frame where you catch a lot of water, you want to pull back and sit straight up. Right, as you sit straight up, you can just pull as much water as you can and propel the boat forward. Right, so these 2 postures I found helped me tremendously because over time I started adapting these postures, right, really opening up and sitting up straight, that my back pain and my upper back pain started going away. Right, so why is posture so important? Well, best way to demonstrate it, right, I'll use a stand. So if you look at the stand, it's balanced, right? Effortlessly. Nothing holding it, it's not falling over. But if we think about it leaning forward, right, from this position, now it has to work against gravity, right? So if you think about it, my arms are my neck muscles, and over time, my arms will start aching in pain, right? Similar to how our neck muscles hold our head up, right? Eventually, over time, it starts aching in pain, and we get that chronic pain, right? It's not until we bring it back in balance, and that's when it becomes aligned with gravity, right? So that's what good posture is. So I want to share with you guys 4 tips on how to bring our bodies back in balance, right? So the first tip is it's not about the big muscles. It's the small muscles that help work on our bodies, right? To help bring our bodies back in alignment. Right? If you ever go to the gym, you'll see a lot of people have that hunched over look. Right, what's the most popular exercise people use? It's the bench press, right? You bench press so often, your chest becomes so tight that your shoulders start rolling over, and that causes the back pain, right? Your back starts tightening up. Also, another exercise that people use is the working on the back, right? So we do a lot of rows to improve our posture, we do our lats. What people don't realize is the tendon of the lat is actually connected on the inside of the arm. Right? When that gets tighter, your shoulders start rotating forward. And as you rotate forward, you get that Frankenstein look that I had earlier before. Right? So it's actually the small muscle groups. So how do we work on those small muscles? Right? So tip number 2 exercises I can show you, pretty easy to work on your posture. Right? So you can do this while seated down. Just have your arms straight down, hanging by your side. Right? You can rotate your thumbs to the back wall. See how this rotation opens up my chest? That's how you can tell my posture isn't as great yet. Right, so as you open up, right, it really opens up your chest, aligns your shoulders with gravity, right? So you don't want to be walking like this because it's pretty awkward. So then you can just have your arms just rotate back, right? So just keep your thumbs pointed out and then roll it back when you get that posture. Second exercise, you can use the cup, right? You put it on your chin, you tuck your chin back. So this aligns your neck, right, with gravity. So these two exercises help align yourself with gravity. Right? The third tip is awareness. So when we're aware of our bad postures, by using these two exercises, we can see what bad posture is and what good posture is, right? And the fourth tip is habit, right? So we got to make it a constant habit. If we don't, we're gonna come back into what we're natural in, right? Which is that bad posture. So by focusing on working on it, doing it constantly every day, we can eventually turn that unnatural feeling into a natural feeling, right? So why do majority of people have bad posture? It's because the task we do that reinforces it, right? Being on the computer often, being on your telephone, you just start hunching over and all those tasks start causing that chronic neck pain, right? Why is it so hard to fix? It's because that most of us are not aware that we're in that bad posture, and also we don't make it a habit. So we try to fix it once, but over time it feels unnatural, and that's why we result back into that hunch position, right? So posture is in our control. If you want to be pain-free, if you want to not have any aches, you must not work against gravity. Just like the table, you want to work with gravity, so it's effortless. Thank you.